We in the vibe. We all the way in.
John, in just a minute. Moments from now. Moments from now, John.
Yes.
You know, and it's a privilege to do one of these shows. You know, I don't want to take that lightly. But in a moment, I have a chance to talk to an incredibly talented actress, a wonderful human being. Jennifer Lawrence is going to be out here in just a moment. So fun to talk to. Yeah. This is the last time she was here. Last time she were here, we drank a whole lot of rum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember
She was
that.
at the end of a very long run talking about her movie, whatever movie she was doing back then.
Yes.
And I'm sure I enjoyed it. And she was a little tired, so I said, how about a shot? And I think we drank so much that I believe CBS made us take out some of the drinking we did. Is this true? That we could do, how many shots? We could show us doing 3 shots, but not the other 3. I'll have some follow-up questions for her tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think she went from here to the premiere, is what happened. So that should be fun. Folks, as you know, I'm a major tech head. I don't want to brag, but I have an app on my phone that makes my phone usable as a phone. That's why I am just the person to keep you updated on the latest in technology. In my long-running segment, first up, the New Zealand government is pushing for an international ban on killer robots. That's great. Also, weird that someone has to say, hey, maybe no killer robots. And it's a country that doesn't have any killer robots that's saying it, and that them saying, hey, maybe no killer robots is news. What the Kiwis are against is autonomous weapons in the battlefield. As one member of the New Zealand Parliament put it, the prospect of a future where the decision to take a human life is delegated to machines is abhorrent and inconsistent with New Zealand's interests and values. You hear that, international community? You're being lectured about the sanctity of life by people who see a bridge and go, hey, what say I push you off that with a rubber band tied to your foot? So you might be saying, now wait a minute, New Zealand, is everyone else pro-killer robot? And New Zealand's like, no, but you are, because the U.S. just rejected calls for regulating or banning killer robots. Of course we did. New Zealand is the neighbor with no motorcycle going, hey, maybe we can regulate how loud motorcycles are. And we're like, vroom, vroom, can't hear you. I'm working on making this louder and driving itself and killing people. I'm guessing the U.S. doesn't want to ban killer robots because, thanks to our military, robot dogs now have sniper rifles. See, it's just like a regular dog. Only, if this one gets spooked by thunder, it murders everyone. Look at that. The little gun on top makes it look like a little dog head. It's like a dog head with like a long, goofy nose. But the nose is where the murder comes out. Who's the killer? You are. That's right. You're going to kill us all. Sure. Funny now. This fully armed Fido carries something called a special purpose unmanned rifle, or SPUR. And they brag the SPUR can operate in a magnitude of conditions both day and night. Okay, but aren't all guns supposed to work at any hour? Who's going, call off the invasion? I only brought my day gun. But if Clifford the Big Gray Cannon isn't enough, the U.S. Army is also planning a huge experiment with robot tanks. And if my science fiction novels have taught me anything, robot tanks will soon be planning a huge experiment with the U.S. Army. Anyway, if they do deploy autonomous killing machines, at least humans will always control how many of them there are, and I'm being told the world's first living robot can now reproduce. I don't know if robots are ready for that kind of responsibility. Maybe they should first get one of those gun-headed dogs. To make the reproducing robots, researchers using AI and a supercomputer took stem cells from African clawed frog embryos and formed them into tiny living creatures called xenobots, which were able to move on their own, communicate amongst each other, and heal themselves from an injury, making them the first ever living robots. Which was when researchers bulldozed the lab, dropped flash grenades into the rubble, and went back to their first love, stand-up comedy. What's that? No, they kept going? Sweet. Then the xenobots would move around their environment and find single cells. They would gather hundreds of these cells at once and then assemble an offspring inside their mouth. A few days later, the offspring became a new xenobot. And that's when researchers doused the building in jet fuel, walked away from the smoking ruins, and took up selling driftwood sculptures on the beach. No, still making them puke robot babies? Super dupe. As one of the experts working on the project, Josh Bongard, put it, we found xenobots that could walk. We found xenobots that swim. And now in this study, we found xenobots that kinematically replicate. What else is out there? A beach, a pocket knife, and your imagination. Please just think about it. We'll be right back. Jennifer Lawrence.